Here is Danny, and today a big post by DICE today on a lot of things, but no Season 1 stuff however. They did show off a lot of new reworks. Starting off with the big one, maps. The Kaleidoscope rework is coming later in Season 1, but they are adding tons more cover and better flow. They also gave some assets more destruction, but I think Adam Freeman can tell it the best.
On Kaleidoscope, we've revised areas across the entire level, adding more cover, creating new flag positions, and improving the flow across the whole map. Cover and terrain has been raised, and new forward operating bases have been added to increase close quarters combat. Not only that, but we've made sure more of the new assets that we've used on this map benefit from increased destruction, helping to change the battlefield more drastically throughout the rounds. Let me show you around the changes we've made. In the park, we've installed a forward operating base. Heavily fortified, this is great to defend and a challenge to attack. At the data center, we've increased the number of defense points, ensuring that when you're fighting here, you're fighting for every inch. Each entrance is now better protected, and we've helped to improve line of sight breaks throughout the area. At the tower, you'll find the second command and control base. In Breakthrough, this is a crucial flag with a much clearer front line and more cover for attackers to use in their advance. Over at the park, we've ripped out the walkways and created more cover. You'll find that the infantry experience has improved here, adding a giant tree and making the gazebo smaller to create a stronger defensive layout.
Renewal also got an update. Sectors are cut and a bunch of new assets are placed. Once again, Adam, take it away.
Like with Kaleidoscope, the whole map has been reviewed with the intent set on improving the infantry and CQC experience. Flags are much closer, with out-of-the-way sectors cut entirely from the battlefield to improve the flow of combat. There's all new assets deployed across the map with improved destruction and much more of a battlefield feeling than we had at launch. Over at the solar station, we've revised the area to include much more cover, huge concrete barriers, sandbag walls and shipping containers, saving the warehouses as the best place to take shelter from the aerial assault. Out in the desert, we've reworked the terrain to help create clear paths for infantry and vehicles. There's improved line of sight blockers that let you move with more purpose between the flags and help to better direct the action into clearer front lines. The battery farm has been simplified, reducing the number of possible angles of attack and increasing cover where it's needed most. Up ahead at the checkpoint, we've fortified the farm side, allowing attackers to move more strategically in their advance, with vehicles providing your best method of attack. Just watch out for the traps defenders will place in wait. At the Senesco building, expect a lot more fortification and cover that will need an overwhelming display of force to assault. The interiors have been reworked with new storage areas that give plenty of cover for defenders and improve the close quarters combat action once you get inside. Corridors are full of more line of sight blockers, making them viable defense points, including new lines of sandbags across the windows. We're hard at work on more improvements to Renewal, and we'll have more to show about the changes we're making here when these updates land in Season 2.
DICE wants to unshackle themselves from the 128 player mantra, but it will still exist. So hopefully we might actually not get it anymore in the next Battlefield game. Because supposedly DICE even recognizes that 128 players does not work, like they already found out in Battlefield 3. They have also stopped working on Hazard Zone. Outside of some vital fixes if it completely breaks, nothing else will be done to it. This is done, so DICE can put their resources into things that actually matter and are a bit more important. All 5 Hazard Zone players are super sad right now. Then it is time for the specialists. They are redesigning the models of the specialists, like Boris gets sexier and McKay grows a beard. They have also changed their voice lines, like this one from Annegel.
Look at this serious team, hey? Let's have fun. You need supplies? I'm your man.
Also, their animation set has changed up, to make them more alive and believable, but also more readable to fight against. Adam takes it over once again.
Our goal is to improve the readability of body motions in third person and making our soldier animations look more alive and believable. A great example of this is disconnecting the aiming from turning. When aiming around, the soldier can now rotate his upper body separately from the lower body until they get to an uncomfortable position, which causes the lower body to reposition in a more natural and comfortable manner. Another example of this includes several improvements to changing directions when either running around or sprinting. Portions of the body can now lean towards the direction of the movement, which makes for nicer looking animations as well as more natural and predictable movements. We're looking forward to showing more of what we have in store in the future updates.
DICE is not able to share their final plan on the rework, but they are not walking away from the specialists sadly, which is a terrible freaking choice. Content stuff, some portal weapons will move towards all-out war finally. I just hope all come out. Ukraine has proven that they're still using really old guns. Team play time, there will be UI improvements, but not much info on that sadly. Performance, DICE knows it is really bad and they are working on it. They did see some improvement with 4.0. Lars said we get 4 seasons, all with their own battle pass. And they will also add more weekly missions, new community spotlights and stuff. Only 4 seasons, wow. Like I get with DICE's terribly slow work speed seemingly, it will take 3 years, but still, that is not a lot. Especially if you hear what content we get in Season 1. They have also showed off a roadmap with the upcoming changes, but they mention only one new map. Map, not maps, map. Oof. For the rest, vehicles, new weapons, etc. the standard stuff. But only one new map is just a huge bummer, so no portal stuff, only the one in the Canadian mountains apparently. Man, what was DICE doing? But hey, that is all I got for now. Subscribe for more. This was Danny and I see you on the battlefield.